It's Week 14 of the 2022 season, and we'll see Christian Kirk, and big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Jags and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Brendan Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you think about matchups in the NFL, you're usually thinking this offense versus this defense. But this game here, we get two different offensive philosophies that are matching up in this one.
Yeah, we certainly do, because on one side, you've got a team that not only loves to throw the football, they do it quite well. They're the #1 passing offense in the league. And on the other sideline, the ground game is their strength. They're a top 5 unit in the league. So contrasting styles of moving the football. To me, this is going to make for a very interesting ball game.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 21 carries for an even 100 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his left. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Come on, set.
The Jaguars at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that would be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This throw caught at about the 5. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards that time.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
That
That
penalty
takes
is
another down
declined.
off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A check down here for Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with Henry. Oh, he's got a little deck. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make our score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Taken down at the 42. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Second down, they go again with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them. Fielded right around the 8.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. Lawrence will throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Ready.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. ETN up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And he's got room. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Austin Hooper. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans get a bit closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
His throw caught right around the 6. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 28-24 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On first down, it's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And apparently halftime couldn't come soon enough as this is an 18-point game at the break. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 27, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
Jones has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown. Christian Kirk from 21 yards away.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles. That touchdown drive on the other two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
It's showtime, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's do this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Again, Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
119 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Let's go.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1.
Quick snap here to Woods.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Ready?
They'll run with ETN.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jake Funk
From 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
The Titans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Tannehill. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin. Henry again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Third and long, it's Tannehill.
They'll go underneath.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zay Jones.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tannehill on first down.
That one caught downfield. It's Hooper.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Man open, here is Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Touchdown! Marvin Jones. 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but
so for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.